something different. Here we go. Every time it's gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toe. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. I spent the whole M on some clothes. Got up on this, I sold out the show. Got like a pot on the stove. Yeah, like AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Then I got time with you. All of these my body, I got pissed. Somebody keep checking my pose. Walking in the club with no warning, take care of the money. They swing on the water on me like the sunny. I shine when it's sunny, this platinum and rose. Gonna out the street when I go to DC, I'ma see the mall. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but that's just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. There goes Alex Collins. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Alex Collins, his first touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. With a former Badger, it's Corey Clement. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Back to throw here. He's going to air one out. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10.
Lucky 56, lucky 56.
On the carry, here's Clement. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Tim Williams makes the tackle. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play on third there for the Steelers. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. This is Clement. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On play action, they'll throw. That escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals, and if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Here we go now.
A first carry for Amir Abdullah, and he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On second down, here's Jackson. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Here's Jackson to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. For the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And Abdullah lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Hurry up, here we go.
On first down, Abdullah. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Green 39. Hot. Hot. Hot.
Now Jackson on second down. Wide open receiver complete. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we get everybody oh, he just stuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw here is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Gone, 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 gone.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Gone, 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 gone. Gone, gone, gone,
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Gone!
Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. You don't see too many conversions on 4th and 10, but we just did there. A gain of 14 and a 1st down. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. They're going to look to throw. He'll bice into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Let's go!
They start the drive with Abdullah. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. A'Shawn Robinson there on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here we go now.
On 2nd down, Jackson rolling to his right, pushing through the contact. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they've got it here with a 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Green 39! Green 39!
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
So 2nd in inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker.
All right, here we go.
A handoff to Abdullah. Oh, now he bowls him over. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now Jackson on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go play action here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain, 16 yards there at a first down again. First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. They'll try to run it in with Abdullah. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
Third and goal, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they head back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 43 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19. Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
They'll set up a throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Baltimore after this. To throw now on 1st down. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Shaq Lawson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of on 2nd down.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 11.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now back to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
39! Green 39!
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And now running right through it. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Begin the drive with Abdullah. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hurry up, here we go.
A second down run for Abdullah. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, landed.
Now again, this is Abdullah. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Ravens have got it. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work, and what did his Back coach talked about all week.
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it. Putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
All right, here we go.
Abdullah. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Amir Abdullah, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Jackson for the shotgun. That's caught at the 3. And he is not going to be able to break free as they wrap him up right at the line of scrimmage. And the try for 2 is going to come up empty. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Gone.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gone.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 47. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Here's Abdullah. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Everyone's got 4 down. Set.
off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's fourth.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. You add in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll set up to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. After the interception, here's Jackson. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Now let's go. Blue, landed.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it up.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. The 20, 10, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Looking to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for a possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go.
Jackson now off the bootleg. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go.
Play action. It's Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Again, Jackson. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Jackson going to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go.
To throw again is Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And the Steelers set to take the field. it's Clement. And an alley to run. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Right back to him on first down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Gone! 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 Gone!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So forget the 3 and out. The penalty makes this first and 10.
Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Shaq Lawson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Ball 5 now as they come up on first and 10.
Lucky 56. Detroit.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Able to shake him, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Lawson in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Lucky 56. Gone!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking deep down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hurry up, here we go.
This is Abdullah. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it first and 10 up at the 20. They go back to Abdullah on first. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Now let's go.
They run with Abdullah. And an alley to run. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Here we go now.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Jackson now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. And his throw is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Back to throw here. And that's incomplete.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on 1st down, 2nd down, 3rd down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And now here's another interception. Picked Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. On the run, Abdullah. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way. And he loses the football a second time. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the pistol, they'll run with Abdullah. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play action now. Jackson, he's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over them. And this will be caught at the 30. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
So the illegal forward pass also costs him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Steelers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14.
56. Detroit! Detroit!
He'll look to throw. He completes it to Jones. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal. And they'll run it here. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and delicate balance too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
They'll run with Clement. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. Give them 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. After the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Tony Jefferson in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw, eluding the pressure right. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw now on first down. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds, 19 left. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game, but